Hello, welcome. My name is Tracy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Australia. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's project is this birthday card. I am on a mission to make sure I use up my designer series paper this year. I'm hoping that I don't end up with a big pile like I have in previous years. So this is a really cute birthday card, and can you see the detail of those leaves? They're all embossed in copper. So the background is really coppers and greens, and I've gone with Cajun Craze and Tranquil Tide. So the stamp set I've used are Rooted in Nature. So that's the stamp set. And there's also framelits that match, which I've used as well, which is the Nature's Roots framelits. You can buy all these three in a bundle and save 10%, and I highly recommend getting the bundle. 10% is a huge saving. For the sentiment, we've used the Picture Perfect Birthday, which is a great stamp set. I really like this as a birthday set. It's really fun. Once again, using the stitched shape framelits. This time I'm using the ovals, and I'm using the second largest oval. The colours today are Versamark ink, because we are embossing, and Tranquil Tide. And I'm also using the copper metallic thread as well as the leaf trinkets. So these come in bronze and silver, or copper and silver, which I just think are really, really pretty. So we're using one of those. So I have my card kit here, and you can find in the description of this video there is a link to my blog, and you'll find all the measurements and supplies there on my blog. Also in that description you'll see a link to my online store where you can purchase all your Stampin' Up supplies. If you use the Hostess code for the month, I will send you out a free gift. Okay, so all those measurements and supplies are on my blog, so check that out. First off, we have Tranquil Tide card base that I'm just already scored. I'm just going to burnish. And I have a piece of Whisper White for the inside, and a piece of the Rooted in Nature DSP, I think that's what it's called. Sorry, Nature's Poem is the designer series paper. That's what it's called. Sorry, I'm still trying to learn all the names. There's so much to try and remember. So what we might do is we might just pop that straight down onto the card base. And then that bit's done. I love the earthy tones in this set. Which is great for masculine cards too. Now I already have cut out the second largest oval. So I might do the sentiment first, and then we can do the leaves because it's all being embossed. We're embossing all those. So I'm going to bring the embossing buddy in and run that over that piece of Whisper White, and I'm also going to bring in the piece of Cajun Craze and also a piece of Tranquil Tide. I'm having trouble talking and doing it at the same time today, sorry about that. So we'll start with the sentiment first, and it is the sentiment that says, "Happiest birthdays to you." And I'm going to ink that up in Versamark first. And then I'm going to bring in Tranquil Tide. And stamping that straight down on the sentiment. Now I'm embossing this with clear embossing powder, and that will show the green, the Tranquil Tide through, which will make it look really, really pretty. Now the Versamark doesn't affect your ink pad at all, so you don't have to worry about wrecking your ink pad. So I'm going to pop that to the side, and I'm also going to bring in my 2 bits of cardstock. I have a large and a small leaf in Cajun Craze, and I have 2 large tranquil tides and 1 small tranquil tide. So let's get those stamping. So a small and a large leaf in the Cajun Craze. I'm going to bring in the copper embossing powder. And the detail that this brings out is just wonderful. Move that to the side as well. Bring the tranquil tide in, and we're going to do 2 large leaves. And 1 small one. Bringing the copper back in. That looks really good. So I'm going to bring the heat tool in and we'll heat those all up. I'll fast forward through that as well. Okay, we've clear embossed that over ink. And I don't know whether the camera's picking that up too well, but that makes it super glossy. It looks really, really good. And you can't go wrong with these. Look at these. Like royalty. So I'm going to bring the Big Shot in now, and we're just going to die cut those leaves. So we're using the big and the small leaf. Okay, we have all our pieces for our front of our card. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start layering these pieces up. Firstly, I just want to put some metallic thread, copper metallic thread, onto the back of the sentiment. I'm just going to wrap that around my fingers a few times. I'm going to get a glue dot and stick that to the back of my sentiment. I'll pick up one of those glue dots. Popping that down, I'm going to wrap my thread and stick it straight down into that glue dot. Placing the ends of the threads on there to make sure that it's lined up. Just going to stick another one there just to pop it in place there. There we go, so we have it like that. And then I'm going to layer a large tranquil tide and the smaller Cajun Craze together, and I'm also just going to use a glue dot for that. Okay, I'll pop one there, popping that one there, and then I'm going to pop 2 glue dots there to stick it to the back of the sentiment. Going to place that on the side just like that. Then I'm going to pop the 2 largest flower leaves together. popping a glue dot on that one, popping them together. I might just stick another glue dot just further down so I've got one further down. I'm placing that on right there. And then the last one, didn't want to pick it up. I think it's because of the embossing. There we have it, just like that. So I'm also going to stick a glue dot onto my leaflet embellishment. Popping that down. And I'm going to pop all these up with dimensionals. So I have probably more than is really needed, and you can cut your dimensionals in half if you're trying to save your budget. That works as well, but you just don't want it to sag, because once it sort of sags it doesn't look as good. I'll place that one down. Great. So now we have the sentiment inside. So I'll bring that one in. And I'm going to bring the stamp set back in. And we have Tranquil Tide ink. So stamping that at the top of that page. And I've also used the smallest leaf. Beautiful. So gluing that down. To the inside of my card. Because this is so dark, you really do need to put a lighter panel on the inside so you can write on it. It's too dark otherwise. There we go. I hope you've enjoyed this video today. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. I would also love it if you left me a comment. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss my next video. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate all your time, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you. Bye.